Hey, good morning, everybody. And we are going to be building a Mack R model Mack truck with sleeper today. So this is a Revell kit. It's actually a 1/32nd scale kit. It is not the typical 1/24th, 1/25th scale kit that we build. But I really love the fact that this Mack truck R model, which I believe they started coming out in 1966 with these things. But this is like the quintessential Mack truck. But it has a sleeper on it, and you rarely see those anymore. And the second thing is, this is a 1/32nd scale. So the ones that we usually build are the 1/24th scale. This one here only has 55 pieces on it. The ones that we usually build have about 300 pieces. So let's take a look real quick at what is included in this kit before we start building it. Okay, first, let's look at the tires. So the tires are actually plastic. They're not the rubber tires we're used to, and they're two-piece, so we're going to have to put those together. And here's also has the mud flaps, and it has a shifter and steering wheel. Here is the second set of wheels that comes with it, or tires. Sorry, tires. The other thing with this is if you're somebody who likes trucks, but you're just getting started building truck models, if you like trucks and you're just getting started building truck models, this is a really good kit for you. They also have in 1/32nd scale, Revell has a whole series. They have Peterbilts and everything else. But if you notice here, the whole, it's what's called a curbside kit, so we don't have to build an engine. You're also not putting together the chassis like we have when we've built the bigger models. So this only has 55 pieces, so you're able to do more a lot faster. So there is the chassis. Then you have the interior, which is already put together here. Sorry, I got a dog that wants to go out. And then you have the trucks and chassis for the back, chassis for the front. You have the air cleaner, the fifth wheel here. And then you have the whole drive shaft right here with the transfer cases and such. So it's an easier model to put together. It's a really great model for if it's your first tractor trailer model. And then we have the chrome here, which has the chrome wheels. It has the grill and bumper together. It's got the tanks right here. It's got the mirrors all put together already. Horns. It's got lights. So it has all the blower, the chrome for the blower. So it's not difficult, and you'll see, but it's a fun build and it looks good. Now, the coolest thing with here, and like I said, is this is the Mack R model. So that Mack R models is this right here, the cab configuration. Sometimes you would see them and they'd be off to the side. The top here would be offset, but on the R model they were center set and over the road, and it has a small sleeper on it. But as you can see, all the holes are already dug and drilled. It's got some really good outside. It's got rivets, and it's got all the different vents and door handles and everything on this. So it's going to be a pretty simple build. I think it's going to look great. The biggest thing with this is going to try to figure out which decal set do we have, because the box comes with two different decal sets. You have this decal set, or you have this decal set right there. And so these are your decals right here. They're your water slide decals. And this is a 2022 model, so actually there's not a lot of flashing. It's a pretty newer model. and you have a couple different options on what truck number you want to do, what license plate you want to do, or you can put both on. A lot of tractor trailers have 2 or 3 license plates on their bumpers, and you just have to figure out which ones you want to work with, which ones you want to do. We will probably, I'm thinking we're going to do a red truck. Now, if I had a grill, a big like grill bar and everything here, I would do it all black, like Chris Christopherson did in a movie called Convoy from when I was a kid back in the 70s. I think it was 70s or 80s. But they had an all black Mack truck, and it was super, super cool. But that one had all kinds of extras on it, and it was really, really cool. I think this one we're going to do red. I went and looked up the Mack trucks just to see. I just put into Google like Mack truck R model just to see what colors they came in. And they did come in everything, green and blue and dark blue and black and white and yellow and everything else. I just think the red seems to be the most popular. So we'll just do the red one. But I don't think I'm going to use this one. I think I'm going to use the decals that go up and onto the sleeper. So finally, last but not least of all these is the glass right here. It's just one piece of glass. And there's no, I don't see, there's no side glass. So this is just a windshield. Like I said, it's a simple kit. It's made to go together very easy. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together, and then we'll go to paint, and then we'll complete the build and put the decals on. So it should be a fun build. I'm really looking forward to having a Mack truck in my collection. So that's what we're going to do. I will see you when we get back, when we start working on the chassis. You can find links to all the products that you see in this video, and as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. All right, guys. Hey, by the way, if you want to purchase or get your own Revell Mack truck model, I put a link below, so you can go in and get that. Click on the link, and it'll take you right to where you can purchase this Revell Mack truck for yourself or for Christmas. If you're a trucker, or somebody in your family's a trucker, or you just like trucks, this is a great first kit, and it's an iconic Mack truck. Alright guys, so let's take a look at what we have painted. So we put some clear on the wheels to make them a little less shiny. We'll put the wheels together here. We did paint the tires with the black rubber paint. I like doing that with tires because it actually puts a real rubber coating on them and they just look better. We have mud flaps, which I also put some rubber coating on. You see the difference. So that's the side with rubber coating, that's the side without. We also cleared to calm down this chrome stack. We painted the whole chassis black. I'm going to paint the engine orange and transmission we will paint silver. But other than that, I think we're going to leave that alone. We did paint the sleeper and the cab a hunter green, which I think it's going to look really, really cool once we put all the decals on it. So definitely a work truck color, so hunter green, and definitely a Mack, historically great Mack color. We will be using the silver pen to do all the chrome that is on here. So where it says Mack in the front, all the windows and stuff, we're going to do that next. You'll see that. Here's the interior, and it does have, if you look at it close, you can see that there is a dashboard on there. So we'll probably draw in a dashboard using Sharpies, and then we'll put the steering wheel on and we will put the shifter in. We will paint the bed using some craft paint for the blankets. And then we will be putting together all the chrome pieces, putting that on. And then finally, we will put the decals on. So that's what I'll be doing next. You can watch me put that stuff together. And then we should be done. It's a really simple kit. There's only 55 pieces, so it's really good. And everything fits almost like a push together. I mean, you do need paint for some of this stuff, but really the major thing so far we haven't needed paint for. They've really, the pieces go together well, so it is almost like a snap together kit. So it makes it really, really easy. All right, let's get to putting everything together. Okay guys, just going over again real quick. We have our glass, we have our wheels, which we have gone ahead and clear coated. And there's the other one right there. So the round one goes inner, this goes outer. Like that. Let's see, so I should be able to push that in. And then four. And go like that. Alright, so these wheels are going to be a little tricky. But that should... Or maybe they just go like that. Maybe that's how they go. So, I'm going to have to look this up real quick, make sure that we do the wheels correctly. But chassis, like I said, is all black. And the cab is dark hunter green, which is a really good work color, and it's a traditional Mack truck color. And then we have the blower, which we have to detail yet. the interior, which we have to detail yet. Then we have this air tank, which we painted a silver color. I don't know why it came out weird, but it did. But we're going to keep it this aluminum color air tank. Then we have to put together all the chrome pieces here. But I think this will be really, really, really cool. Anyway, we'll get started on doing this. I want to show you how to do the wheels on this truck. So there's some wheels that have like this opening in it, this little 3-part opening. And then there are some wheels that do not. They have a round hole opening. So when you put the rim on here, which when I did the clipping, I gotta sand this little part off. I thought I did, but okay. All right, so once you have the wheel sanded to your happiness, then we put this in here, and then you have this one here, and you put the back to back like that. So the wheels in the back are going to be that way. So you're going to glue them this way, and then these will snap on. You don't have to glue them so that'll roll. You don't have to glue them onto here. They'll just stick in there. But we're going to glue them because I don't like models rolling off shelves. Okay. Now you don't even have to use glue, it says, for this, but we're going to use a little bit. Okay. So we have that. And then that goes there. And then so that actually sticks. I'm going to sand the chrome off. All right. Sand. And then put that like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. And there we go. So you push it on, and then you can just, when you push it on, it may push this out a little bit, so just make sure that everything is correctamundo. There we go. All right, let's do the rest. And then the front ones, just, they're going to go on here. Alright guys, so we've just put the tires on. They are, right now, they're drying. So we're going to take a silver Sharpie and take the interior back out. Oh, the silver Sharpie, we're going to go ahead and detail the truck. So the first thing is do these letters up front here. Those are done. And next is when I was younger, they didn't have Sharpie pens, and this is the easiest way to do window trim that I have found. And it does make life a lot easier. Not to say I can't screw up, because I do it all the time. Then I just have to take a little bit of body color and cover it. but I don't screw up as much as I used to. Let's put it that way. You just do a light touch with it. So just a little light touch. Okay. So we have that. And then we'll get some craft paint to paint the pillow and the bedding. And I'll put in the steering wheel here shortly. And we will put in, actually, is that? Take that hair out. There we go. So we have that. As you can see, the Mack came out really good using a Sharpie. And window and the windshield wipers and all the little door stuff. So looks pretty good. All right. So the next thing we need to do is we're gonna take the grill right here, pop the grill off, and then on the grill and on the stack, we're going to use some black color wash. I love that the Bulldog is part of the grill. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do next. So let me clip that there. Always good idea to have a good set of clippers. That way you can really get nice clean edges if you need them. All right, so we're going to put some black wash around the lights. And this is what I do with headlights on chrome, so that it actually stands out. We're going to take a silver Sharpie and we're going to do the lights like that. Because headlights are not chrome. So there we go. All right, next I'll go get our black wash. We'll black wash the grill and we're going to black wash the stack. We're going to next we're going to black wash the grill, the light area. So we're going to use panel line accent color black. And again, magic fingers here. I'll put them down where you can buy them. You should. I'll put down all this stuff. The line accent and the magic fingers, so that if you are building, somebody who builds models or crafts a lot, this is something you should have. And it's not necessary for one model. I mean, if you just want to try it out, this isn't gonna, you know, make or break a model, but I like it. It really does present a little bit more realism towards things that have panels. Help with stuff that has panel lines edged in, especially chrome pieces when you're building models. It just draws out the stuff you need to be drawn out, like the etching. And it's very subtle, but I mean, it's really good. So like now we're gonna do the holes and the stack here. Basically all it is really, I think it's just diluted paint. So, but we can do that like that, and then take, I put a little bit too much on there, which is, if your vice grip garage, too much is just perfect, but in models it's not. But that's perfect right there. And we're going to take our black Sharpie and we're going to do the top of the pipe. Actually, I'm going to have to sand that. There's a little chrome piled on top. So chrome is basically a paint. Just in case you guys were wondering, chrome is actually paint. That's a coating, and it can get piled up. So, and it doesn't hold glue very well, but now it holds. As you can see here. Now I'm using the Sharpie. Now it is what it is. Alright, so we're going to let all this stuff dry, and we'll be back. Take a look at what we got so far. So we have the cab of the truck, and the cab, you can see where the paint came out the top, which is fine, it's craft paint. And we painted the interior so we could see actually in there, because it was so dark before. So we painted the interior. Now this is the whole cab is glued in. As you can see, the Mod Podge is in here, and it clears dry. And that's the glue there. And you can see, like on the windshield, you don't see it anymore because it was glued dry. So we still have this piece that has to go in correctly. I just have it sitting in there for now. And now we have, the cab has its glass on, it has interior in. If you could see how good the grille looks now, since we used the panel color, the panel line accent, the black. So that made it look good. And then the lights look good, and the panel lines in here, which are more fine. You got the Bulldog at the top. This is gonna fit in here. It's gonna look great. So that right now is on hold. We did build the fuel tanks, the 55-gallon drums, and the air brake air canister. So the air canister actually fits inside here. I believe it fits right there, like this. I can push it on. Like I said, a lot of this stuff just pushes in. I mean, you really don't need to glue a lot of this truck together. And if you wanted to, you could probably just use the white glue that I had, the Mod Podge. So if you want to build this with your kids or something, the Mod Podge would probably work just fine. We painted with just, you know, it's an old truck with some grease on it, so that looks greasy because we used the orange on the base of the engine there on the oil pan. We used silver testers for the transmission, excuse me, and for the air ride bar, and for the drive shaft where they connect, the U-joints. So next, we just have to take these, and I have to figure out which side goes which. I think it's got to be the steps are going to be there. So steps will be, how does this fit on? That goes, does that go in there? I don't know. I'll have to figure this out real quick. Excuse me about my cough. So basically all we have left to do, mud flaps, mirrors, all the trim, put this together. I think what I'm going to do is put the rest of the chassis together. We'll put this together. I'm not going to, I mean, this lays on here. It lays on here great. I'm not pushing it on all the way, but it fits perfect. What we're going to do is put the decals on the cab first. Then I'll put the horns and the lights and everything in that. And I have to trim, put a little piece, paint that a little bit, just touch up. Do I have to? No, I don't need to touch up because that's where the, that is where all the decals go. That's the reason I don't have that on like that, because I want to put the decals on first and then we'll finish this truck up. So let me put the decals on. We're going to use the white set of decals right here. So we've got all these white decals to put on this. We'll put these on. We're going to use decal set right here. Mark Fit Strong for Tamiya. It's a strong decal set. If you don't know what decal set is, decal set, basically once you put the decals on, it'll soften the decals so they really do just to get absorbed as a piece of paint. I mean, you can see all the details under it. They make them really, really soft. So we're going to put all the decals on, then we'll come back and you'll see the cab with the decals, and you'll see all the chassis put together. So I'll see you shortly. All right, guys, so I decided I'm going to use, I like that goes up over the hood, and I like the ones that go around the lights. So we're going to use that actual setup right there that's on the box. I don't know if you can see the box. There we go. So The water slides, like I said, we'll dip them in water, and then once you dip them in water, then we'll use our decal set and get them soft, and we're just going to put them on. we're back a little bit here. The truck actually is looking really good to me. We put the body on, glued it. Now, a couple things. I don't know, not really sure why, the front wheels, I don't know if it's something I did or not. I don't know. I mean, you really can't put something on backwards on this, but I don't know if I put the front springs on backwards. They look like they went on correctly, but anyway, the wheels sit a little behind here from where they should be. I also had to sand down where the front bumper is, so I don't know why it was sitting the way it's sitting. I had to sand down the inside areas right here inside before I glued them, and I had to sand down where the bumper connects to get the cab to sit right. There's also a piece that goes here that's right in the back. Let me show it to you. Here, I actually had to cut off of this. There's something that just wasn't fitting right with the cab. It may have been something I did. I'm just not sure. I don't know. Honestly, I really just don't know. So, but I cut that piece off, moved it back a little bit on the frame, and then by sanding with some 150 grit, I sanded the front here right behind the bumper. Now it's fine. It sits okay. So we did put the striping on, and I wanted to put that on before we put on the right here, the exhaust that goes there, and the blower that goes in here. So next is putting the blower on. I still have to put a lot of decals on, like the decals for the mud flaps and everything. We still have to do that, but we're going to go ahead and put the blower in here. We're going to put the exhaust pipe on, the diesel pipe. We're going to put the front bumperette on there that it came with, and we're going to put the chrome pieces on the roof, the horns and the lights. And I think it says the lights are yellow. I have some yellow paint. There's the lights right here that go on there, but maybe we'll just do the lenses orange. We can do them yellow, or we can do them orange, either way. Maybe yellow. I'm just gonna use craft paint for those, by the way. So we have craft paint here. We got, this is a front piece that goes on the bumper. Let me show it to you. There we go. This goes on the front here, and this sits like that. So we can put that on there. I wonder if I should paint that green. What do you think? Green? Green or chrome? I think I might go green with that. I don't know. What do you think? Well, I'll figure it out. You'll see it at the end. So I'm just gonna finish putting mud flaps, everything else on, all the details and such, and then, as they said in Dude, Where's My Car? And then it will be done. But I highly suggest you put the decals on, let them dry prior to gluing this piece on or this piece on, because it's just a pain in the ass. Pain in the butt, sorry. Pain in the butt. And I have to put these lights back on the frame in the back. But I'm really enjoying this truck. I really am. This has really been, I would say, Total, without paint dry time, we worked on it for probably an hour yesterday. Painted them, let the paint set overnight. And then this morning, we've probably put in about 3 or 4 hours on it. So you're probably looking at maybe 6 hours total that this truck's going to take to put together. I really want to paint this dark green. Because then it doesn't, it fits more with the truck. Maybe I'll just paint these pieces dark green and let the top piece be chrome. That's what I'll do. All right, let's do that. So I'll take some painter's tape here, and we're just going to put the painter's tape over there, like that. There we go. All right, I'm going to go spray paint this dark green so it matches. Okay, when I come back, I'm going to have, basically when I come back, it'll be done. So this, by the way, I have test fit both these pieces. So this goes in here, and then the black parts, they go into that right there. So I did test fit these. And we're going to go ahead and we'll put that in. We're going to put all this stuff together. But really cool truck. Like I said, if you're interested in this truck, I put the link below. I might get a couple more of these 132 scale trucks and build them. I really like them. I mean, I like building the big ones too, but they do take a week to put together, whereas these are pretty much a 1 or 2 day weekend build. So we're going to start looking for more of these. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the small ones? Do you like the big ones? Do you like them both? I don't know. So, but I love Mack trucks. They are from Allentown, PA, which was about a half an hour from where I grew up in Bucks County. So, kind of like them. All right, we'll be back with the completed truck. Fingers. They said they're only about $5 or $10, but I'll put the link in the description, because you put glue on the ends of the mirrors, and then you can just have these hold them until that is set. There you go. Check that out, right? All right, guys and gals, here is the finished Mack truck, Mack R model from Revell, 1/32 scale. As you can see, we painted it green. We now have all the decals on. We've got some of the really cool things that come along with this. It's got a really nice grill guard that doesn't show anywhere on the packaging there. We went with the same stripes and the same decal set that you see on the box, although it does come with a couple other versions if you wanted to do that, but we went with the one on the box. It's a really fun build, a really easy build. Now this says it's a level 4 build. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say this is probably a level 2 build, because there's 55 total parts. A lot of them only snap in a single direction. I wonder if this might even have been a snap together kit at one time, because it really does go together without glue, a lot of the stuff that's in here. But it's got a really good looking look to it. Most of the Mack truck model kits you get don't come with a sleeper. Now this one has to have the sleeper because this is molded together. But as you can see, it's really good. It's a really fun truck. It's a really really nice looking vehicle when it's done. And one of the things you don't have to worry about with this scale truck versus some of the bigger scales is the whole frame and suspension mode. The whole chassis comes together, is like one piece except for the chassis. So you got basically 3 pieces, but there's no way of putting these in wrong. Except I think I did on the front. I think I put that one on a little, I think I put it backwards because it probably should sit up a little farther. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Anyway, it's an easy build. And if you follow the directions, the one thing I would say, the only thing in the directions I would say to do different is what we did, which was put the big decals on prior to completing the build of the cab. So before you put the grill in, before you put the blower on, before you put all this other stuff on the mirrors and exhaust, then once you paint it, then put on the striping. It's going to be a lot easier to do it that way. But other than that, it doesn't have a lot of decals. Like I said, it's only 55 parts. And it has a really, really excellent look to it. I love the look to it. I love Mack trucks anyway. And you really should use the panel lines. You can see how the panel lines right now with the black there, there, and there. And then we used the Sharpie, the silver Sharpie, for the headlights so they'll stand out. We did this with a silver Sharpie. We did the Mack here, although they do have decals for that, but I like doing it. It's got the Bulldog. I love the Bulldog. The mirrors on here, all one piece, makes it 1,000 times easier, especially for somebody who's new. And it already has all the pre-cut holes on the roof for the lighting and for the horns. So yeah, it just is a good kit. I wish you could take the top off to see inside. So what we did instead, I think if you can see in there, let's lift this up a little bit, is I painted the inside white, off-white. So the color would be off-white, but you still can't see that we did paint everything. You guys saw that earlier. We did paint the whole sleeper area. So anyway, you can have this where the wheels roll. I don't like wheels rolling, so I glued them. But it's just it's a really, really nice kit. I like it. So anyway, if you want to get this kit, I have the link in the bottom. So if you want to see to get one, also I put a link for some other 136 or 132nd scale trucks. They're easy to build. They're one-day builds, basically 2 days if you're gonna with the paint. But you start one day, then you paint them overnight, let them dry, and then put them together next day. But we're gonna build some more of these. I really, really like the 132nd scale Revell kits. We're gonna get like the Kenworths and the Peterbilts and the Whites and the auto cars, whatever they have. We're gonna build a bunch of these guys. So follow in the future. Like I say, if you like this, please, if you want to buy one, go down, just click on the link. They are not expensive. They're about the same expensive as a car, so they're about half the price of a big rig. And they also, you can buy trailers and stuff. We'll get some trailers for this down the road. Anyway, thank you so much. And we will see you guys next time. Have a great day.